He is the 2024 NBA champion, Finals MVP, and Eastern Conference Finals MVP. With 3 All-Star nods and 1 All-NBA selection under his belt, Jaylen Brown is quickly becoming a Celtics legend and a future Hall of Famer. But how good is Jaylen Brown actually? You might be surprised to learn that Brown was not always on the path to the NBA. In fact, he was set up to become a professor. Born on October 24, 1996 in the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia, Jaylen Brown alongside his elder brother Quentin were the only children of Marseille and Michelle Brown. His father, Marseille, was a successful heavyweight boxer with quite an impressive record. At the age of 48, Marseille made a comeback to the sport, his way of showing his kids to never give up on their dreams. However, Jaylen's biggest inspiration was his mother, Michelle, who despite raising her boys as a single mother, got her PhD from the University of Michigan, instilling in her boys the value of education and activism. These were the pillars that would shape Jaylen. With strong values for a good education and the drive to never give up on his dreams, he practiced basketball every day, right after doing his homework. His high academic IQ, alongside being a stellar athlete on the basketball court, led him to attend Wheeler High School in Marietta, Georgia. It was here that the vision began to become clear and his dreams turned into reality. As a junior in high school, Jaylen had an NBA-ready frame with his athleticism. He became a dominant force. In 2014, he went on to win the 2014 FIBA America's Championship gold medal as part of the USA Basketball men's U18 national team. As a senior, Jaylen was like a man among boys. At the top of his game by the end of his senior year, he was awarded Georgia's MR Basketball, Gatorade Player of the Year, and All-USA Player of the Year while being a 2015 McDonald's All-American. Jaylen's high school success attracted attention from top colleges like Kentucky and North Carolina. But just when everyone thought they knew his next move, Jaylen surprised everyone with an unexpected choice. He signed a letter of intent to play basketball for the University of California. But why? According to the young star, out of all the schools, it had the best educational program. Even with a focus on academics, Jaylen's NBA aspirations remained strong. His stellar performance at Cal, earning him Pac-12 Freshman of the Year and proving that he was ready for the next level. Then came the 2016 NBA draft. Despite some chatter about his skills and basketball IQ, some even saying he was too smart for the NBA, the Boston Celtics took a gamble and picked Jaylen Brown 3rd overall. There were plenty of skeptics, but Jaylen quickly put them to rest. As a rookie, he averaged 6.6 points and 2.8 rebounds per game, mostly coming off the bench and playing just 17 minutes a night. Even in limited minutes, he was able to make an impact, helping the Celtics lock down top seed in the East and make it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they ran into LeBron and the Cavs. Brown's performance that season was good enough to earn a spot on the NBA All-Rookie second team. As the Celtics welcomed Jason Tatum and Kyrie Irving at the beginning of his second season, Jaylen faced new challenges that would test his growth on the court. At the start of the season, he increased his averages to 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. But an unexpected turn happened the moment Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving got injured. This young fella stepped into their shoes and showed the league he was elite. Jaylen upped his averages to 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, playing a key role in propelling the Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals. Unfortunately, Jaylen's momentum was halted in the 2018 to 2019 season when Kyrie and Hayward returned, reducing his minutes and impact on the court. Averaging just 13 points, the Celtics had an underwhelming season as they were knocked out in the second round of the postseason by the Milwaukee Bucks. However, Jaylen Brown's light could not be dimmed as he showed the world why he was called a genius. Showing his skills and talents off the court, Jaylen made history as the youngest person to give a lecture at Harvard University, where he tackled issues surrounding America's educational system. But he did not stop there. He also became an MIT Fellow, proving his versatility and excellence both on the court and in the classroom. Back to the court, the 2019 to 2020 season would be a season he would never forget. This was his breakthrough season. Starting with a 4-year, $115 million contract extension with the Celtics, Brown became an important player with Kyrie Irving and Al Horford both being traded by the Celtics. The added responsibility he shouldered helped him become a more solid and all-around basketballer. Showcasing his brilliance alongside Jason Tatum, the Celtics were one of the most formidable teams in the league, advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 3rd time in Brown's 4 years in the NBA. Unfortunately, they were eliminated by the Miami Heat in 6 games. Now the league was on notice, and his critics had to admit Jaylen Brown is one tough player who's impossible to break. The 2020 to 2021 season was a bittersweet season for Brown. Although he was named an NBA All-Star for the first time, Jaylen spent a lot of effort off the court due to a career-threatening injury, where he underwent surgery for a torn scapholunate ligament in his left wrist. After overcoming a challenging injury, Jaylen returned with renewed energy and determination, setting new career highs and making history along the way. Brown set the tone for the season by dropping a then career-high 46 points in the opener against the New York Knicks, giving the league a preview of what was coming. He did not stop there, though. Just a couple months later, he topped that with a 50-point explosion against the Orlando Magic. The season was highlighted by the amazing partnership formed by Brown and Tatum. Together, they broke the Celtics record set by Larry Bird and Kevin McHale when they each scored 30-plus points in 5 consecutive games. This dynamic duo would propel the Celtics to yet another Eastern Conference Finals and again face the Miami Heat, where the Celtics and Brown would take the series in 7 games. Coming up against the formidable dynasty of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Andre Iguodala, the Celtics found it almost impossible to stop them from getting a 4th ring, and were defeated in Game 6. Now the question was, were these 6 seasons the best we would get from Jaylen Brown? Hell no, the best was yet to come. The 2022 to 2023 season marked a turning point for the Celtics, driven by the unstoppable duo of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Boy, did they put on a show. Both averaging a combined 46 points per game, having over 8 games where they combined to score 70-plus points, they led the Celtics to yet another Eastern Conference Finals. Brown was also named as an All-Star for the 2nd time, but again, this dream season of theirs was cut short in the Eastern Conference Finals, where they were shut down in Game 7 by Miami's Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. It seemed like all hope was lost, and doubts were growing about whether the Celtics could reach their full potential. People were questioning if the Tatum and Brown duo was reliable enough to lead the team to a championship. That's what the haters believed, but not these two. Instead, they shook off the disappointment, picked themselves up, and got ready to come back even stronger next season. With the Celtics management bringing in the likes of Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, and Al Horford back into the mix to support the formidable pillars of Brown and Tatum, which the team was built around, made history for the team. Brown also began the season on a high. After making it to the 2nd All-NBA team for the first time, he signed a 5-year contract extension worth $304 million, becoming the richest deal signed in NBA history. The Celtics made it clear just how much trust they had in Brown. Did he deserve it? Well, he sure did. In just his 8th season, Brown had become one of the Celtics' most important players, dominating at both ends of the court. His athleticism was second to none. The Celtics found solidity in defense with Brown protecting the arc. A great rebounder, his ability to read the game is highly impressive, and on top of that, he was one of the most prolific scorers in the team alongside Tatum. His explosive athleticism and leaping ability always brought the crowd to their feet. His incredible speed and quickness always aided the Celtics in transition, and opponents found it near impossible to keep up. With his high-flying ability to attack the basket, a true genius of the game with an unmatched ability to back it up, he's worth every penny. Brown used his momentum to lead the Celtics to a dominant regular season, topping the conference with a 64-18 record. Brown also made history, recording his 10,000 career points and a 3rd-time NBA All-Star call-up. In the playoffs, the Celtics' dominance continued as they made light work of the Heat and Cavs on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals yet again, where they faced off against the Indiana Pacers. The Celtics would go on to sweep the Pacers to win the conference finals, led by the outstanding Jaylen Brown, who was awarded the conference finals MVP. In his 2nd NBA Finals appearance, Jaylen Brown was ready to leave it all on the court after 8 years in the league, hungry for the elusive ring. Facing off against the Dallas Mavericks, Brown made history, becoming just the 2nd Celtics player ever to drop 30-plus points, 8-plus rebounds, and 8-plus assists in an NBA Finals game, putting him in the same category as the legendary John Havlicek. He and Tatum were on fire, becoming the first Celtics duo to each post at least 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a finals game. They also broke the record for the most 25-plus point games by a Celtics duo in postseason history, passing none other than Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. The Celtics took the series in 5 games, and Brown walked away with the Finals MVP honors after averaging 20.8 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, all while locking down Luka Doncic on defense. There was plenty of debate about who really deserved the Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. Some people chalked it up to politics when Brown got the nod, but the fact is, Jaylen had an incredible series. He was the backbone of the Celtics squad that just secured their record-breaking 18th championship. All season long, the media tried to stir the pot, questioning if Brown and Tatum could coexist with all the hype around their individual success. But instead of falling apart, they came out stronger than ever, tearing through the league as one of the most explosive duos in the game. Looking ahead, I would not be surprised if these two led the Celtics into a new dynasty era. After finally winning their first ring together, it would be straight up crazy for either of them to leave Boston, especially Jaylen, who's been with the team since day day one. Brown is on a Hall of Fame trajectory, and if he keeps delivering championships and setting records, don't be shocked if his jersey is hanging in the rafters in Boston one day. Now, with a championship ring and Finals MVP to his name, Jaylen Brown has silenced the doubters, proving he's a legend both on and off the court. How good is Jaylen Brown actually? He is an all-around superstar. Simple. Team USA's decision to leave out Jaylen Brown for the Paris 2024 Olympics came as a surprise to many. How does a player with a conference finals MVP, finals MVP, and NBA championship under his belt not make the cut? That's ridiculous, right? Some argue that the chosen stars are simply better, but is that really the case? What do you think? Was leaving Brown off the roster a mistake? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to check out some of our other videos.